my sunsuit. It's going to take hours to correct what she has done to my sunsuit.
A little lighter, sweetie, like so, okay?
How goes it, Rachel, my love?
Oh, Mr. Grant, hello. Peppy's blue dress is a smash.
Good.
Hello, Peppy.
Rachel, I would like you to meet Floyd Emmons, my new assistant. Floyd, this is Rachel Holt, one of Century Pictures' new baby stars.
Hello.
Rachel, why don't you tell me about the sunsuit?
The sunsuit.
The sunsuit.
Oh, the sunsuit.
Yes, the sunsuit. Disastrous. It's lost all its style and its chic. Here. See the neckline there? See the treatment here? See? Now, Miss Holt, would you please stand up? Look at that. Look at that.
Look at what? See, now it has kind of a vitality, a sort of with it.
With it? You call that with it?
Yes,
Come on, what I gave
what
you
are
was
you
much
talking
more than
about?
all I think
It's
you have style. A little thing.
Please, please, peace. Floyd, you've read the script. What do you think of the sunsuit?
Well, that works in the opening sequence with Michael by the pool, right?
Yes.
Well, I like it fine. But I think the original concept is right.
Why?
Well, look at the character you play. Anna, she's very shy in the beginning. If you wear that outfit as your first scene, it leaves you nowhere to go later on, with sexier clothes. And I think the simple wardrobe is a story point, don't you?
Exactly. I think that sounds reasonable, Rachel.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. Floyd?
Floyd, I'll catch you on stage 7 in about 20 minutes, okay? Why don't you tell Rachel about your picture?
I'm sorry.
Sure. What picture?
Oh, just a little picture. Not like one of Mr. Grant's, just a little picture.
Is it into profit yet?
No, actually, it hasn't made a cent.
Kevin Grant's last picture will go into profit by the end of next month.
Really?
It's in a 50-theater multiple, grossed $236,500 last week.
That's very businesslike, Miss Holt.
Mr. Grant's at the studio because his pictures make money. Why are you at the studio?
I was working on my master's degree in the UCLA cinema department. Mr. Brackens saw a film I made and asked Mr. Grant to take me on as a trainee.
Then maybe that's your place, Mr. Emmons. Making schoolboy films.
Miss Holt?
Miss Holt! If that's really what's bugging you, you can relax. I'm damn well aware of my place.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear.
I'm your nurse, Miss Richardson. What's your name? Mr. Simpson, now.
Anything down? I can hear.
I'm your nurse, Miss Richardson. What's your name? You didn't have any identification on you when you came in. Perhaps you have a family. They might be worried about you. Hi.
Hi.
Finally finished my wardrobe test. Long day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a long day.
Mr. Grant's secretary told me you'd be here. What on earth do you do down here in the basement?
Well, I run film.
Why?
Well, I intend to direct someday.
May I say something?
Sure.
When I got back on stage 4, it finally hit me what you said about place. Place the way you took it had nothing to do with anything. Place was a word, just a word. My bad manners had nothing to do with black or white or anything except what that darn sunsuit stood for.
Yeah, anything you say, Miss Holt.
Your criticism of the sunsuit was absolutely correct, of course. I knew that. I was gambling and I got shot down. I could have left the sunsuit the way it was, but nobody would have noticed Rachel Holt.
Is it so important that you be noticed? I mean, what about the story? Shouldn't the story be important, too?
If I don't make an impression and a strong one, I may not be around by the time that picture goes into the theaters. I'm on a 6-month option for the first 2 years of my contract. I'm alive for 26 weeks at a time. Holt, Rachel on a long list of studio fixtures. The studio tells me what parts to play, how to play them, how to wear my hair, what clothes to put on. We're in a business of individuality and drive and ambition, and I'm told conform and behave and no rebellion.
Yeah, it's the power structure, baby.
I didn't think about it before, but it's the same with you, isn't it? Except you get it outside the studio. Why were you looking at that particular piece of film when I came in?
Because of the direction and the editing. Bobby Harris has got to be the wildest editor in film history. I think I've memorized every cut in that film. And you were very good, Miss Holt.
Really? I mean, but it was such a small part.
But you were a groove. You know how I know?
No?
Because of that final close-up. That scene was written to end on George's face when he died. But your reaction was so good, it played better than anyone expected. The editor saw it. The whole thing was right there in that close-up. Everything Mr. Grant wanted in his picture.
What do you think of the picture we're shooting now, Charisma?
What do I think of charisma? That would take hours.
I have hours. I mean, unless it's a bad time for you. Have you had dinner?
No, I usually just fall by the drugstore for a bite.
Okay. Buy me a tuna salad sandwich and we'll talk about the script.
Look, I have to take the film out of the moviola and rewind it.
I'll watch. I've never been in a cutting room before. Okay?
Okay.
Good evening, Dr. Sachs. Come in.
Thank you.
I realize it's an imposition for you to come to the house, and at this hour, too. Thank you.
This must be Mrs. Grant.
Yes.
Hello, Mrs. Grant.
Hello.
I'm David Sachs. Yeah, lovely.
Would you like me to call our boy down here?
No. Well, do either of you have a favorite chair, or shall we simply sit around the sofa and chat?
Please.
I'll see Mark later when we've finished, if it isn't too late. What do you fight about?
What?
What do you fight about? Because almost every couple does. And how and why we fight tells us a great deal about the person and about the atmosphere in the home. Sex, money, extramarital involvements, husband's occupation, drinking, children, in-laws, like so. Huh? Check one or more.
Dr. Sachs, shouldn't we be talking about Mark? It seems to me
We
that's
will,
why
Mr. Grant, we will. Mrs. Grant?
Well, we argue about my drinking.
I see, yes. But then, of course, that's caused by something more primary, isn't it? But what might that be, do you think?
Try husband's occupation.
Motion picture producer. So, Mrs. Grant, is it the time away from home that the job demands?
That and a lack of closeness.
Marjorie's a romantic, Doctor. She expects life to be as plush as it is right now and as intimate as it was 10 years ago.
It was a beautiful life 10 years ago.
It was awful 10 years ago. I was just starting out as a writer. She had to work all day as a secretary in our crummy wholesale garment houses.
When I came home, Kevin would read to me all the pages he'd written all day. And I'd tell him what I thought of them.
And you were a terrible critic.
Why?
Because you liked everything, Marjorie. You even liked the bad things. The soap opera that I was writing then, she liked.
Well, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
And the play was beautiful. It won a lot of awards. They made a motion picture out of it. It was a very lovely time. I sure would like that job back. Can I get you a drink, Doctor?
Yes, thank you. Scotch, no ice, please. What do you do during the days now, Mrs. Grant?
I wait. I wait a lot. Kevin goes to the office about 8. School bus picks up Mark at 8:30. And that leaves me a nice, blank day.
Thank you.
Then the school bus brings Mark back about 3:20. Kevin comes home about 8 or 9 or 10 or 11. Naturally, he's all talked out. And he has a picture budget to work on or a script to read or... What has this got to do with Mark? He gets plenty of attention. I'm here all day long.
Well, he obviously doesn't get everything he needs.
Does he? Or he wouldn't be acting the way that he is.
And how is he acting, Mr. Grant?
Mark tunes me out. Last few days he's been acting like I'm not even here. Look, Doctor, it seems to me very, very wrong for an 8-year-old boy to absolutely deny his father's existence. Now, if this is some sort of a kid phase, I can live with that.
No, it's not a phase. Are you considering divorce?
I'm not. You'll have to get Mr. Grant's answer from him.
Of course I'm not.
But you have discussed it.
Yeah?
In front of Mark?
No.
Certainly not.
I think I'd like to talk to Mark now.
I'll show you to his room.
Dr. Sachs. Mark is having a birthday later this week. We plan to have a party. Invite a few friends from school, the neighborhood.
Fine.
Well, this problem, should we do something simpler, quieter, the dinner, 3 of us, something?
No, if you were planning to invite some friends over, have his friends over.
And if he is still not communicating, if he is still withdrawn?
So it'll be a lousy party.
Legal.
Uh-huh. Fine. Now, what about the party at Chasen's on Tuesday evening? Fine, I'll tell Mr. Holden. Oh, would you like to talk to Kevin Grant right now? He just walked in. Fine, I'll see you when you get back, Mr. Bracken.
Hello, John. How's the weather in New York? How the board of directors treating you? Are they behaving? They what? Well, what does that do to my picture? Listen, John, Charisma was designed and structured to a $3 million budget. Now, they can't expect us to pull $500,000 out of that budget and still start in 2 weeks. No, I cannot lose those sequences. You know I only have a handshake deal with Sharif. Or we lose the Paradise Island stuff, and he's got every right in the world to walk. John, I have my director over there right now scouting locations. Now, what do I tell him?
Yeah, that was a good move, Miss Caldwell. It was getting pretty heavy in there.
It happens sometimes. Besides, I thought you might like to see where Mr. Bracken works.
Wow. Yeah, this is very nice. Well, now I guess I'll have to invite him over to my pad.
How's everything else on the lot?
Oh, everything's beautiful. The production department, Mr. Grant. What can I tell you? They're groovy people. You know, I might even start paying my dues to the League of Disenchanted Black Realists. Yeah, this is very nice. How long has Miss Holt, Rachel or whatever her name has, been on the lot?
Rachel Holt? Not very long. Mr. Grant's off the phone now. Should we go back, Floyd?
Okay. Thanks for the tour, Miss Caldwell.
Last night, the board of directors rejected the budgets of Bracken's next 6 pictures, including Charisma.
I know.
Did he tell you he was going to stick around in New York and try and fight it through?
Don't worry, it isn't final yet.
He still wants me to consider shooting the Paradise Island location right here locally. Redress a building, build a facing, and that's exactly what it's going to look like on film.
I know, it's too bad.
He said he'd see me the minute he got back. We'll just have to wait and see. I gotta go give production office the word. Bye-bye.
Good luck.
Thank you. Floyd. Floyd?
Floyd.
Yes. Goodbye, Miss Caldwell.
Goodbye, Floyd.
Rachel, why don't you just order the special? You get black-eyed peas, chitlins, collard greens, the whole soul food shot. If you don't like it, I'll order something else for you, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Al. Hey, Floyd. How are you, babe? The lady will have the special. I'll have my usual. You want coffee now, lady?
Now, please.
2 now, Al.
Gotcha, baby.
Okay, we got you through Vietnam and college and into grad school, but we didn't talk about your schoolboy film.
Yeah, my schoolboy film. Well, I was going to UCLA Cinema and living with my sister and brother-in-law in South Central Avenue. I had this film project assigned to me, but I couldn't think of a subject. And one day I was looking out of my window. It faced out over this alley, and I could see these little kids playing in this garage and parading up and down the alley. I started watching them, and I knew that was the idea for my film, baby. Yeah, they were 8, 9, maybe up to 11 years old. But they were a real army, Rachel. They had weapons. I mean, they were pretty basic, but they were weapons, baby. And they had their own 4-square block battlefield. They had a CO, a little 10-year-old cat. I started following them around with this second-hand Airflex. You know, it's a handheld camera.
Yeah, I know.
I photographed everything they did, baby, and it was a groove.
What was the schedule?
Oh, it took me almost a year to film it.
A year?
More or less. I mean, it wasn't like a big studio, you know. Then there was the editing. Boy, that was something.
Tell me about it.
You see, now, I got the narration track of this Army combat picture, and I used it as a voiceover for my film. There was this March of Time type voice, you know. He was describing this Army unit on maneuvers in a section of rifle patties called Sector 3. So I said, I'll call my picture Sector 3. But instead of seeing the soldiers that he was describing there, You see these little cats, and they'd be cruising up and down Central Avenue. You know, ducking cops and getting into fights with other cats, you know. And you know the whole thing fell together? I mean, these cats were in just as much a war down there in Watts as I ever was in Asia.
That's a fantastic idea. What was the budget?
It cost me everything I could make working nights for 2 years, just for the film and processing. But I got great comments on my camera work.
I think you're pretty good, don't you?
It was all strictly from Griffith.
Griffith?
T.W. Griffith. Oh, wow, Rachel, you are some kind of wig out. I mean, you of all people should know who T.W. Griffith is. Among a jillion other things, he invented your favorite thing in the whole world. The close-up.
T.W. did that?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's okay in my book.
Along with the long shot, the fast cut, fades, high and low shots, and the moving camera. He did it all like in 1915, baby.
I want to know about that. Will you teach me that part of it, Floyd?
Okay, Rachel.
Here you go, baby. Be right back with coffee.
Thanks, Al.
All right.
Hey, that looks like a hamburger steak.
Exactly. Hamburger steak medium. I can't hack that soul food, lady. You ready?
Ready.
Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Pull that out. Gorgeous. Okay, once more, once more. Lovely. Beautiful. Lovely. One more, one more. Hold it right there now. Good. Lovely, lovely. Beautiful. Good. That's lovely. Oh. Take 5, Rach. Ralph, bring me the 200 millimeter.
Well, no, I didn't realize you cared about the party one way or the other. Well, I positively will, Doctor, absolutely. We'll schedule the party for Saturday, so there'll be no problem about my being there. Well, it's important to me, too, Doctor. He's my son. Right. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, I like what I've seen so far, Artie.
I think you're right. We'll probably get some good press breaks out of it.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. I'm sure we will.
Floyd, let's go back to the office. Rachel, see you later. You look terrific.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Grant.
We had a sneak preview of San Bernardino last night. San Bernardino. I didn't get to bed until about 4:30. And wouldn't you know, 6:30 the phone rang. It was a leg man for one of the columnists making all the rounds of all the Sunset Strip restaurants, including Soul City.
So?
Oh, come on, Rachel. Floyd Emmons? Now, that kind of publicity can put you right back on a farm.
Thank you, Mr. Halpert.
Now, look, he's a friend of mine, and I got it stopped. Next time. Off the record, you're not going to see him anymore, are you?
I may, and what's it to you?
Rachel, look. I've been around forever. I know. A studio can't afford an actress who costs them a big hunk of almighty paying public.
Okay, Ron, what are we waiting for?
Not a thing, Rach. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to try next. You sit in that chair down there and,
Hey, this is sensational, Floyd.
Yeah, it kind of knocks me out.
Congratulations. Let me see again.
I'd be careful if I were you, my boy. I like my associates to succeed, but not
Grant's
too
office.
much.
This is the third time I've read it. I still can't believe it. Can I use your phone?
It's that toy shop on Wilshire about the racing car for your son.
Oh, hey, yeah, I'll take it inside.
On 2.
Right.
Hi. You through shooting?
Just finished.
Well, I want to read you something. You ready? It's from a Mr. Luigi Paoli. The directors of the Portofino Film Festival are exceedingly pleased to announce that the documentary film Sector 3 by Floyd Emmons has been selected first prize winner in its category.
Oh, Floyd, that's so great. That's absolutely the best news I've ever heard. First prize, you must be so proud.
Well, I was wondering if you weren't busy tonight and maybe you'd help me celebrate. Taking a flick. Have dinner.
Tonight?
Good to see you.
Hey, Grant, I would like you to meet the world-famous Floyd Emmons.
Hi, Floyd. How are you?
Floyd's particularly famous because his film won first prize in the Portofino Film Festival.
Oh.
But it was a documentary.
Oh, great. What do you call it, Floyd?
Sector 3.
Oh?
I made it while I was at UCLA.
What?
I made it while I was at UCLA.
Except now he's assistant to Kevin Grant at Century Pictures.
Oh, then both of you are working on Kevin's new picture, Charisma?
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. Congratulations and good luck, Floyd.
Thank you.
And thank
Bye-bye.
you very much, Rachel. Thank you.
You didn't recognize his name, did you?
No, but then I don't know too many people on this side of town yet.
Hank Grant is one of the big columnists on the Hollywood Reporter.
Mr. Brackens Bank.
No, Mr. Bracken simply wants you to listen.
To him or to you?
You're sure you don't want any coffee?
No, thank you. So what you've been trying to say so tactfully, Miss Caldwell, is that Mr. Bracken doesn't feel that my being seen socially with Floyd Emmons is helpful to my image. That's about it, right?
That's about it, Rachel. You're a very bright young lady. I don't think I have to tell you how important it is that your publicity be very carefully suited to that image.
Yes, I see. Can you explain something to me, Miss Caldwell? Century Pictures just released a picture called Counterpoint. That picture cost $2.5 million and had a black male star and a white female star. Now, how does Mr. Bracken explain making a motion picture that has exactly the relationship he denies to two human beings in real life? It's hypocrisy. It's just another way for Century Pictures to play God.
Oh, Rachel. It was John Bracken who hired Floyd, and there was no tokenism, no hypocrisy in that. He hired him strictly on ability. Now, you talk about Counterpoint. The theme of Counterpoint is the difficulty of the mixed couple in present-day society. It's a motion picture about a very real problem in this country. And part of what those people in the picture were fighting about is exactly what you and Floyd are fighting about now.
No, we're fighting the studio, the system. It's so dumb.
Oh, no, Rachel, it goes far deeper than that. Mr. Bracken believes that the motion picture audience is trying very hard to make a major change in its thinking about real-life situations. However, at the moment, there's a large part of that audience that is not prepared to grant the same freedoms that you are. And at this point in your career, you're just not strong enough to ignore that part of the public, Rachel.
Pardon me, Miss Caldwell. But who takes a poll? Who does the counting?
The box office does the counting, and the theater is the polling place, where every day, everyone in this country can vote yes or no to a picture and to the stars in that picture simply by buying a ticket or not buying a ticket.
How do you vote?
As long as I'm in Mr. Bracken's office acting for Mr. Bracken, I don't vote, Rachel.
Would you tell Mr. Bracken I'm sorry for the trouble I've caused? But I'm going to see Floyd as long as he cares to see me.
Rachel, I think I'll tell him you're still making up your mind.
Whatever you want. May I go?
Thanks a lot, John.
Oh, here's my share.
Are you kidding? Absolutely not. You did me a big favor. Honestly, Debbie, those kids at the talent school just loved having you come and talk to them.
Oh, it was my privilege. Listen, I wonder if Sylvia let me have one or two of the young ones to do a walk-on my television show. Be good for them.
Hey, Debbie.
Well,
Hi, Carrie.
Welcome back from England. How was filmmaking?
England, America.
Yes, loved it, right? Good to see you.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye,
now.
Carrie.
Bye, Carrie.
Hi, Mr. Wilson. Nice to see you again. Are you making a movie here
Not
now?
at the moment. How do you do, Floyd? See, I told you we wouldn't need carnations in our buttonholes to find each other.
No, this is a pleasure, Mr. Wilson. Congratulations on your picture. You saw Sector 3?
Sure. First-rate job.
How'd you ever find time to see it?
I made the time. Wow. Floyd, what's this with you and Rachel Holt?
So that's it. I was wondering what would prompt a big star like Perry Lee Wilson to invite me to lunch.
I met Rachel, you know. Laura Dean invited me to give a little talk to her advanced acting class, and I met the girl. A very pretty, bright, ambitious chick. Floyd, you sing her because she's pretty, or because she's going to be a big star? Or just because she's white?
Come on.
You didn't answer my question.
I know I didn't. Now, what's this got to do with Perry Wilson?
Mr. Wilson, how nice to have you back. I read that you were in London on a movie.
Just got back, though.
How was the weather?
Pretty foggy.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. Your usual salad? For you, sir.
Nothing. Thanks.
Ah.
Put a cup of coffee in front of him, please, Thelma.
Yeah.
You stay off my back about this thing, man.
You know, quite a few of my friends have seen this picture you made. More of them have heard about your big chance here at the studio. And all of them have read about you and Rachel Holt. You're really in a catbird seat for about 10 minutes. Then you're going to find yourself right back on the street, boy.
Well, if I am, I am. You see, it's my life.
No more, Floyd. You've gone public just like me. You're black, and you got black responsibility. Let me lay on you exactly what I mean. You got a great chance to make it. And it's a lot more important to me that you make it as a first-rate director than make out with a white girl. I'm here to tell you that you owe us. You got to put aside ego and pride and flashy white birds and take care of business. I'm pretty well slotted here. You wouldn't believe how much I get for a picture these days. And I'm offered more scripts than I can do. And I'm in a position to ask for favors. You want to know the first favor I always ask?
Sure.
I ask for as many black prop men, grips, electricians, and assistant directors as I can get.
What took you so long?
I was waiting for leverage, just like you have to wait. When I'm on the set, I stay on the backs of those brothers like you wouldn't believe. If they fall down or mess up, I'm right there to bend them back into shape. I expect you to take on some of that load one of these days, Floyd.
Perry, you got the wrong man. I'm not Crusader Rabbit. I'm a pollywog in this Hollywood pond. I have no weight.
Floyd, I'm talking about 5 years from now. Of course you can't cut it yet. This is your rookie year. In a few years, if you work, get your mistakes out of your system early, then you got a shot. Then you can open some doors, help the people.
5 years? Are you talking to me about 5 years?
5 if you don't foul up. Rachel Holt can be a giant mistake to you right now. The talk in the trade is that Rachel is going to be the next big movie sex symbol. Now, the people out there just barely let us share their drinking fountains in schools. Man, they're not about to share their sex symbols.
So my orders are to cool it.
We need you.
Then you're going to have to trust me. See, I came out of Watts. I hacked Vietnam, and maybe I made it through UCLA. I paid my dues. And I'm capable of making a decision here.
I need a better answer. Are you going to stop seeing her?
I can't give you a better answer. I don't know yet.
Floyd, you're not some nappy-head, no-talent tenement boy. You're bright and talented and tough. You have a hell of a potential for helping your people, and a clear duty to use those qualities to do just that. Now, from what folks tell me, you've got a good sense of moral values and a conscience. In pretty short order now, that conscience is going to demand that you answer one important question about Rachel Holt. Are you seeing her just because she's white? You better be able to answer that question to your own complete satisfaction, Floyd.
saving $500,000 on transportation and lodging costs by not going to the Paradise Island location. But we lose the real thing. The lagoon, the tropical look, the truth. It is one miserable way to save $500,000 out of a budget. What are the revised figures on set construction? Floyd?
I'm sorry?
The new figures on set construction.
Oh, I stapled them to the blueprints.
Thank you.
Mr. Grant, can I ask you something?
Sure, go ahead, ask.
Well, you know I had my application into the Film Foundation for a grant and aid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the grant came through. They called last night. I can start my new documentary next week if I want to.
Well, that's terrific. What do you mean if you want to?
Well, that application's been in for a long time. Now, all of a sudden,
Those things take a long time, Floyd. A lot of people apply for those grants.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I'm really asking is whether the studio put pressure on the Film Foundation to get me out of here.
To get you out, why? Come on, Floyd, you're doing a fine job here. Why would anyone want to get you out?
Rachel.
Oh. Well, no, I don't think that anybody in the studio could pressure the foundation. Did somebody in the lot say something, do something?
No, nobody on the lot. Well, Mr. Grant, you know I've been seeing Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was wondering if you had any feelings about it, one way or the other.
Yes, I have, Floyd. I'm against it. You're a very serious, easily involved young man. Rachel? Rachel is a very beautiful girl who is totally wrapped up in her own career. Now, I don't think, and this is only an opinion, I don't think she's capable of a meaningful relationship right now with anyone. Oh, son of a gun, that's Marjorie. I'm late for the birthday party. Hello. Hello, Sylvia. Well, don't executive secretaries have their own union? What are you doing here on a Saturday?
Mr. Bracken just got in from New York. 1 second, Kevin. All the final budgets on charisma. Kevin, he's on his way to Palm Springs. I know how anxious you are to see him. If you can be here in 10 minutes, I'll get you in.
Oh, boy, Sylvia. Look, I really... All right, 10 minutes, thank you.
Baby, wouldn't you like to take a ride on the pony?
Oh, Mrs. Grant? Mr. Grant on the phone.
Hi, honey. Look, problem. Bracken just came in. Well, he's on his way to the Springs, but I can catch him for a meeting in about 10 minutes.
Oh, Kevin, you can't. We promised Mark you... The party's going on right now, Kevin.
Well, look, I'll make it as fast as I can. Why don't you have Mark open his big gift? That'll take a while, and I'll hurry, that's all. Honey?
All right.
Look, it won't take that long. Now, please understand, Marjorie, I've been working on this project for over 7 months.
All right, Kevin, all right.
Oh, what do you think you're going to do about it, Floyd? The grant, I mean.
I wish I knew.
I tell you what, why don't you spend the day at the house tomorrow? We'll talk about it, okay?
Thanks. You know, I think I'll go down to my cutting room if there's anything more I can do here to help.
No, not a thing. Thanks, Ben. Sylvia, Kevin. Look, you tell John I'm not going to be able to make the meeting?
I don't understand, Kevin. I know how much you've been looking forward to this meeting. What could be more important?
It's my son's birthday. He's 8 years old today. That can be pretty important, too. Hey, by the way, thanks for your trouble, Sue.
Mark, open this to your father bought it especially for you.
Oh, boy, open it up, Mark. Put the ribbon up. That's the idea. Open it up. Let's see what's in there. Oh, boy, isn't that a beauty?
Mark, take it out.
Let's pick this right out here. Oh, we're going to ride it over here. Let's take this back to the tree over here and ride it. Okay? Hey, Mark!
Happy birthday, champ. How are you? Did you like the car?
Yeah, it was okay.
It's got a real electric engine in it. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Where is it?
The kids are playing around the side with it.
Hey, I almost forgot. I got something else for you here, Tiger. Come on, let's go open it up. Jump up.
Gee, Dad, I don't know how to build this.
Of course not. It's for two people to build. It's for a boy to build with his dad.
Together?
That's right. Together.
Hi.
Hi.
Your room's different. You cleaned off your shelves.
Yeah, house cleaning.
Isn't that your film?
Yeah.
Well, when do I see it? You promised to show it to me today.
Well, it's difficult to see it on that moviola screen. We'll do it sometime when I can get a projection room.
Not really, will we, Floyd? You didn't intend to show me your picture. You were just leaving. Did Miss Caldwell call you in, too?
Did she have you on the carpet?
Oh, yes. But she made it very clear she was acting strictly for the studio.
What did you say?
I said I'd think about it. Well, what was I supposed to say? I didn't know how you felt about it.
All right, I suppose.
When did the studio get to you?
It didn't.
Oh, come on, Floyd. You were leaving, and without telling me.
I thought it was for the best.
Best. For whom? No. They got to you. And they threatened to take away your precious trainee job, and you knuckled under. They said, stop seeing Rachel Holt, and you said, yes, boss, and that's what happened.
Rachel, leave off.
You're a real case, Floyd Emmons. You like me, but not enough to stand up against the first little threat. You like me, but not enough to fight back.
Like you? Who the hell said I liked you? I mean, who's had time to even find out? We started going out 2 weeks ago. We see each other 4 or 5 times, and all hell breaks loose. You see, you're on this cockamamie star thing, and nothing's going to be able to get in your way. And I've got the whole black community wigged out because they think I'm throwing away my talent for some white starlet. You get this straight, baby. We're never going to go through this. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky seen? You understand this. We are both free, white, and 21. Except me.
So we stop.
No, not quite. We don't stop. We just don't start. Now, listen, we had something in common. I don't think we really knew what it was. But unless you have some idea, unless you can tell me.
Thought about it a lot, Floyd. And if I'm very honest with myself, I've got to admit that part of my interest in you was probably defiance at first.
Yeah, well, it showed. You were bugged at the studio.
After that night at the club, the cage, I tried to analyze why I deliberately called attention to us with Hank Grant. At the time, it seemed like I was doing it for you, but...
But you knew it was bound to make the column.
And you knew it had to get back to the studio.
Yeah.
You see, I haven't been able to figure it out either. The other day, a man laid a very heavy question on me. He asked me whether I was interested in you because I really dug you. Or because you're what they call a promising starlet. And white. I haven't been able to answer that question. Have we been using each other, Rachel? Was this love? Or was it something else? The power structure wins again.
Yeah. But not for their reasons, Floyd.
I'm starting a new project, a film of my own. I think it's the right move. But I won't be able to see you anymore. Not for a long time, anyway.
All right. Hey. When you're a big, important director, Floyd Emmons, give a girl a job, will you?
Exciting, isn't it? Oh, I want one just like it for my apartment. Floyd just dropped in to say goodbye. I promised to send him a snapshot of the sign. I'll send you one, too. Are you packed yet?
Packed, should I be?
Pretty soon. Kevin Grant got his location approved, and you leave in 4 days.
I leave in 4 days. Oh, Miss Caldwell, I just read that Mr. Bracken bought the screen rights to Dragon Flame. Has he decided who he's going to cast in the female lead yet?
Oh, Rachel, he hasn't even chosen the producer or director yet. One picture at a time, Rachel Holt.